All right.
All right.
Thank you for doing this.
You're welcome, bro.
Finally, we managed to find a spot where we can film a podcast.
Yep.
Previous one, obviously, we went to a place where it was a private property. So just as we were setting up, they denied access to filming. So, fuck it, we managed to improvise and come to a different place.
Yeah.
How are you feeling today? How's your day been?
Oh my God, it's been a very busy day. Woke up at 3:30 this morning. So
3:30 in the morning?
Yeah.
Why so early, man?
Shift work, bro.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Right. So what time did you come back from work?
Came back, managed came about 2 o'clock.
Okay.
So 3:30 to 2, and then just got dressed, got ready, and then met up with you.
Fucking hell, I appreciate that, man. You could have very easily said, you know what, I'm tired, let's do it some other day. But you came, and I appreciate that. It means a lot to me. So,
Yep.
as you know, my mission on this brand, on this podcast, is to essentially get a bunch of individuals to come and talk about their lifestyle,
Yep.
about their self-improvement, about the challenges that they're having in their life and how they plan on conquering them.
Yes.
Because I firmly believe that you can learn a lot from ordinary people that are doing extraordinary things on a day-to-day basis. You know, so our first guest on this podcast was Nick, who's the cameraman right now.
Big up, Nick.
And now I thought, you know what, second podcast needs to be filmed with Leon because I find you a very interesting character. So,
Oh, appreciate that, man. Definitely.
in terms of self-improvement, what are your thoughts?
What, my thoughts of it overall in general, or?
Yeah, like, is it something that you're doing right now? Would you say that you're pursuing self-improvement on a day-to-day basis to improve your life?
Not as much as I used to, because just had a few setbacks in life. Had a couple breakdowns, you know, but
Understood.
without too much detail. But during the period, I'd say self-improvement was a big factor in my life. I'd say it was a big character, a part of me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, going forward in my 20s.
In your 20s, you said?
Yeah, my 20s. Well, I'm still 20.
You're still in your 20s,
Still
man.
my 20s.
Yeah. What is it that you did precisely to better yourself?
I'd say a big one would be fitness.
Yeah?
Fitness was a big one. I'd say mostly it was initially started off with doing gym work.
Okay.
So I was quite, from my teens, I'd say I was quite chubby. So I wanted to just try and, I don't know why, I had the mindset of wanting to build more muscle and
Okay.
look a lot bigger.
Understood. I think every young man has that visualization in their head, isn't it? It's like they want to be the fittest, the strongest in the room.
Yeah.
Most of the times it's fueled by short-term motivation, right? And so I think what happens a lot is we all get those thoughts of becoming fit, becoming strong, becoming the best. And so that initial motivation fires us up to go to the gym, stay consistent for a bit. And then once the motivation is expired, you need discipline.
Yeah.
And that's where most people screw up because they can't stay disciplined on a day-to-day basis to go to the gym even when they don't feel like going.
Yeah.
Would you say that's something that happened to you? Would you say that you broke your momentum a lot of times?
Yeah, I say that's part of the fitness journey. I always find that because when you start gym and you have the idea of I want to be the biggest, the strongest, you don't really follow like a proper workout plan.
Right.
You don't really give too much attention to how you do your diet and how you structure things.
Yeah.
So I'd say there's a lot of trial and error periods of
Absolutely.
where I'll just go in, I'd probably be frustrated why I'm not getting bigger. I'd eat certain foods used to get oats, mix that in with milk,
Yeah.
have that for quite a while, but it wasn't sustainable
Yeah. Is that for bulking up?
for bulking up, yeah.
Yeah, which is a struggle of mine these days.
Yeah.
So I've been advised by my personal trainer, both Leon and Indy,
Yep.
to rely on a lot of liquid calories. So Indy told me to make milkshakes with oats, peanut butter, scoop of ice cream, protein powder, and then drink those every day. And that's gonna help me, peanut butter, that's gonna help me put on weight.
Yeah.
But would you say that developing self-discipline was something you struggled with?
Yeah, so self-discipline, because that's the thing. You're not always going to feel motivated to
Yeah.
wake up early, go to the gym,
Yeah.
and do the number of reps or sets to get the good workout in.
To get the good workout in, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you've also got Muay Thai boxing going on, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that was another part of the fitness journey.
Yeah.
I say that's when I went Muay Thai consistently. That's the period where I lost a lot of weight
Yeah?
in terms of size. And I noticed my fitness goals.
How much did you lose roughly?
I was over 100 at that point. and then I managed to drop it down to 89 kg.
Whoa, that's a good drop. That's
was-
a very good drop. From 100 to 89. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
What motivated you to get into Muay Thai?
Self-defense.
Yeah,
Self-defense.
you wanted to be able to win a fight.
I wouldn't say win a fight. You wanna know that I feel as a man,
Yeah.
it's good to know that you can defend yourself. It's not always looking for a fight, but it's more of you never know in whatever situation you may find yourself in.
Yeah.
And you want to have the confidence to be able to. I feel if you know how to fight, then the chance of you getting into one will be a lot lower.
A lot lower. Yeah, I think you're right. I've always had these weird visualizations that have driven me to better myself. And one of those was me just walking down the street at fucking 3 a.m. with my girl or something and getting attacked by a guy. Imagine in that moment you're not capable of defending her and you.
Oh God.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to be in that position. If I get into a situation like that, I want to be able to make sure I fucking come out as the winner. So that's what motivated me to get into Muay Thai. At the moment, obviously, I'm not staying consistent with it because I want to keep my focus very narrow. You know, I just want to focus on 2 to 3 things at the same time, as opposed to just 5 to 8 things. Because then if you spread yourself too thin amongst multiple things, you can't do it to the best of your ability. So that's why I'm not consistent with Muay Thai. It's something I need to get into. But initially, that's what motivated me to get into Muay Thai.
That's good motivation, man.
Yeah. Would you say you visualize these sort of things as well, or I'm just the fucking weird one here?
I mean, no, you always have some weird thoughts of what if I fight this guy, or
Right.
sometimes look at guys.
Or there's a terrorist attack. I have to be the man to save the city from this attack. Do you get those thoughts?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Driving down the fucking road, you know, late at night, careless whispers playing in your car with a 10 out of 10 next to you.
Oh my God.
That's me daydream a lot, but I do a lot and it fucking fires me. That's what gets me motivated. It's obviously short-term motivation because then you need discipline to get going.
Yeah.
But you're 29 right now, right?
29, bro.
You're 29. What would your piece of advice be for your 18-year-old self?
Oh, what would I tell my 18-year-old self? I would say, even don't rush. You have more time than you think you have.
Okay.
And make sure you know what you want to go for. Don't let other people try and influence you and say this is best for you. Be willing to take a couple risks, find out what's best for yourself, because once you get to this age, 30, you're gonna be thinking about, am I ready to settle down?
Right.
Is this my long-term career path? So you want to use your early ages just to find out roughly what you want to do or what you don't want to do. Both are important.
Would you say these are the challenges you're facing right now, like settling down, finding your career path?
Yeah.
Yeah?
As you mentioned it, that's what I'm currently just going through. Deciding, is this really long-term what I want to do? Where do I see myself in the long-term future?
Right.
And things like finding a partner.
Right, so these are some of the things you wish that you did from earlier on.
Yeah, I wish there were certain things. I wish I took certain risks a bit earlier, much sooner, and then it will get me to this point a lot earlier, if that makes sense.
I get you. So what are your top 3 challenges that you're facing right now in your life and that you're sort of working on conquering them?
I'd say currently now would be fitness.
Okay. To lose weight, to gain muscle?
Yeah,
that sort of thing? Okay.
Yeah, because currently I'm not in the best of shape.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, which I have to admit, I'm not going to be honest. So that's one thing I wish I want to work on.
But see, that's so interesting, right? Because if you look at your fitness journey, you were the fat guy that wanted to become fit. And so you decided to go to the gym and start Muay Thai and you lost weight. And so you somewhat got to the stage you wanted to get to.
Yeah.
And then you lost it all. And
Yeah.
you went back to how you were before.
Yes.
Why is that?
I mean, I'd just say just personal setbacks, really.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
And you would say discipline plays a role there as well? You failed to stay disciplined?
Yeah, I say discipline failed. I just lost my discipline, and not being consistent at a certain point made me lose quite a lot of my progress.
Yeah, I think consistency and developing discipline is a problem for a lot of people when they're on their path to becoming better, right? And
Yeah.
oftentimes what they don't realize is the little things that are going to accumulate over time and create big results. Very firmly believe that you don't have to do something significant to transform your life. You know, it's those little things that you're doing on a day-to-day basis that seem insignificant, which if done consistently can produce significant results over time. You know, so it's like one of the things, the phase that I'm going through at the moment is, right, I will go to the gym even when I don't feel like going, even when I don't feel like working out, just for the sake of going and moving my body a little. Because even though you might think that that's not gonna do much, if I'm doing that twice or thrice a week over a year or 2 years time,
Yeah.
it fucking builds up. It creates results. You know, one of the problems I had before was the reason why I wasn't staying consistent with my gym was I would go for a week or for 2 weeks. I would look in the mirror, my physique has just stayed the same. It hasn't changed. And that would demoralize me. And that would break my momentum and that would break my discipline. You know, and then I would stop going. And then I'd fucking start getting my visualizations again of becoming the savior, the warrior, the fittest man in the room.
Yeah.
I would go and then stop again. And then at some point I had to realize that, okay, you know, something's not right here. And I need to realize that it's these little things that I need to be doing that I'm not doing. So is that a challenge that came your way when you sort of stayed consistent and then went back to being your old self?
Yeah, it's quite, the stuff that you're saying reminds me of a book called Atomic Habits.
Ah, great book.
You read the book?
I've read that book. This was a while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you read it?
Yeah, I'm currently reading the book.
Are you currently reading it right now?
Currently reading it right now.
Nice.
And as you were mentioning about the small habits that you build up slowly
Right.
and eventually accumulates, you know, the end result of, let's say you're doing gym work, you do maybe the small amount of movement and that should accumulate to something.
That should accumulate to something, yeah. So one of your challenges at the moment is fitness, and how do you plan on conquering that challenge?
I think it's just building small habits and doing things. I think exercise should be something that's fun. I personally believe that. If you make exercise fun and enjoyable, it takes away that, oh, I'm dying. You know, you don't wanna, I don't think that's how we should approach an exercise or a workout.
Right.
I think that would hold you back in
Right,
terms
okay.
of getting to where you want to be.
Right, but the thing is, but my argument there is you can make exercise fun,
Yeah.
which is great. I think everybody should, of course. But then there will be days when you just don't feel like exercising.
That's true.
How do you, and during those days, it's like it won't be fun. You'll hate going to the gym, but you still have to. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
So, yeah, I think it's about striking a balance, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a balance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was another thing you said that I found really interesting, which was
Yeah.
thinking about settling down and finding the right person in your 20s. Something along the lines of what you said, right? If I'm not wrong.
I say roughly wrong.
Is that a challenge you're facing right now?
Yeah, I would say so. I'd say for me, I haven't really put myself out there as much and
Okay.
expose myself to different types of people.
Yeah.
So I feel with dating, that I think it's just kind of finding someone that matches you, but you won't really. I don't think you'll find the perfect partner.
Yeah, of course. But you said you don't put yourself out there much.
Yeah.
So then how do you sort of plan on finding yourself a partner?
I think that's literally it. Just put myself out there and put myself in
Oh,
places.
it's like it's something you need to do more often.
Yeah, something to do more often. Put myself out there, go to places that I'd enjoy. Maybe I do like stuff like music, so there's places like open mics, things like that, where I can meet someone that's quite like-minded, that has similar habits, similar interests.
So what do you advocate more when it comes to dating? Sort of meeting someone out there in real life or on social media and fucking apps like Bumble?
Oh God, I think with stuff like apps, I'm not here to put big shit on it.
Yeah.
But for me, I wouldn't say I had the best experience on it,
Okay.
because the only thing you first see is someone's picture. I know you have stuff like Hinge where they'll put little hints and quotes about them, what they like.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's enough to really get to know somebody on a personal level.
Right.
And you may not know, once you date initially, you may not, some people usually go there for hookups most of the time, if that's maybe your thing or not your thing.
Right. Right. No, it's not my thing.
Yeah.
It's one of the things I've noticed with this apps is, and don't get me wrong, there's been a lot of genuine relationships that have come out of these apps, but sometimes I feel like a lot of these people are out there using these apps just for the purpose of a quick hookup.
Yeah.
You know, not to build a meaningful long-term relationship. I feel like a lot of meaningful relationships are built when the process sort of just happens naturally. Whether that's at work, you've met someone who's caught your attention and you're getting to know them a little more and it progresses from there, or no, wherever else, somewhere outside in a physical location,
Yeah.
you know? So I think, yeah, you should go out there and put yourself out in the world if you're looking for a partner.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Because I think, just to your point, you can't read someone's body language through an app.
No, you can't. Yeah, very good point.
A lot of, that's like communication as well. Like, I think I don't know what percentage it is. Very few is limited to what you say. It's how you move.
Oh, yeah. I'm reading a book on communication right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's called Don't Say The book is about improving your communication, right? And
Yeah.
and in that book, the author talks about how majority of your communication is actually non-verbal.
Yeah.
So it's your body language. It's how you move. It's your gestures. It's your facial expressions. And you're absolutely right. That's something you can't detect through an app. So you have to put yourself out there in the real world to be able to truly understand a person.
Exactly.
You know?
I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah. Any other challenges you're having in your 30s right now?
Ooh, I'd say trying to find a balance of going to work and also just doing my passion, which is music.
Music, yeah. I
Yeah.
wanted to speak to you more about that, man, because I've heard you rap. It's fucking good. I mean it. Do you remember this? This was last year? Me and Pravs were in your car and you just put the instrumental on and then started singing.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
God.
some quality stuff, man. And I don't know why you didn't continue with that.
Oh God, man. Yeah, I mean, I would just say, just personal setbacks. But in terms of getting back into it, it's just been hard just for me just to build that habit of sitting down, going through a dictionary, trying to learn new words and improve my rap techniques consistently.
Okay.
I sort of a little bit, I feel like I fell out of love with it, but I haven't.
Maybe you're just procrastinating.
I find myself, I've procrastinated quite a bit recently.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
And how would you plan on coming back from this procrastination and actually working on your true passion?
I'd say for that one, it is, the big thing I do quite a lot is I look at where I was in terms of I was doing A, B, C, I was doing all of this, and I felt, yeah, I was able to do quite a lot. And when you're not doing a lot, it's like a very big mountain you're looking at.
Right.
And that would make you procrastinate a lot more.
Yeah, it can get overwhelming sometimes, isn't it?
It becomes overwhelming.
Yeah.
So for me, it's just telling myself, start small. Don't be afraid to start small. Don't be afraid to start again. If you start from level 1, it shouldn't really matter. Don't worry if you were level 10 before.
Yeah. I
think it's getting that into my head is a big thing, which I'm trying to work on, overcome really.
Yeah, sometimes it's like you look at where you are and then you think about where you want to be and you realize, shit, there's this huge mountain that I need to climb in front of me. That can demoralize you sometimes, isn't it? It's like, am I built for this? Am I going to do it?
Yeah.
Is that something you would say happened to you?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Definitely something that happened to me with this channel as well. Like, right now, the Eagermans is at 65 subscribers, which is nothing, right? And I think of where I want to be. And it's like a huge mountain that I have to climb. But we all start from somewhere. There's a Chinese proverb that goes, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step.
I like that.
That kind of stuck with me. It's like, okay, well, we all have to start somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's as simple as it sounds. We all fucking have to start somewhere to get to the top. And this is where I'm starting, you know? In a park in London somewhere, in front of a camera with you by my side and Nick filming us.
Yeah.
So it's like essentially you just have to ask yourself, what are the tiny things you can, it goes back to that Atomic Habits book that you're reading, isn't it? It's like, what are the simple steps that you can take right now that's going to contribute towards you reaching your goal at the end of the day, and whether that be in the next 8 months, 12 months, 18 months, whatever. And then develop your mind to stay consistent and build that momentum, develop that self-discipline, you know, working on the days even when you don't feel like working, so that way at least you don't procrastinate. And I think that way you should be able to get going with your music journey again, man.
Oh, definitely, man.
You know, yeah. But I can definitely see that you have passion for it.
It's something I love, man, ever since I was just probably late teens, but I just fell in love with it, man.
Yeah, what made you fall in love with it? Is it, do you find music a way to, is that a medium through which you express yourself?
Yeah, it's just a way just to express my personality, you know. I just fell in love with the witty side of people like Eminem, just being creative and clever with his lyrics, stuff like wordplay. That's what really brought me into it.
Yeah.
And I just remember just doing silly stuff like having rap battles in school, just writing raps, and everyone.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was just everyone's just reaction saying, "Whoa, I love this," and I'm just saying, I'm just having fun. I'm just writing just lyrics here and there.
Okay, so you started off as a fun thing, and then you realized, hold on, I might have something for this in me.
Yeah.
And so you implemented it for a bit.
This was when I got to uni.
Oh, okay, all right.
I actually have a little bit of a story. I remember.
Go ahead.
So I remember in university, I was playing football and I lost my glasses. And at the time, my glasses, to get a replacement, would have cost me £50. So on my way, I'm thinking, if I don't find my glasses, and this is £50, I could have spent and bought a microphone. Now here's the fun part. The fun part was, I found my glasses. But I said, if I was willing to spend £50 on getting glasses, I might as well just buy a microphone. And then from there, I just bought a microphone, and then my journey started at university.
Right.
And that's when I really, because before I used to write my raps, I never used to rap on a microphone before.
Okay. So then you started composing your raps and then also singing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, well, rapping. No, I can't really sing.
Oh, sorry, I confused it too. There's a difference between singing and rapping.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and then is that when you realized that, hold on a second, this is something you have a head for, that you can do?
It's only when people gave me feedback. That's when I kind of said, because I think everyone gets to a stage of you're just doing it because you could do it, but you won't know how good you are unless someone goes, I like this, or that was really good, or someone's reaction.
Yeah. Me and Nick discussed this in our previous podcast. So we spoke about how the world often finds ways to give you feedback on what it is that you're doing. So if people come and tell you that you're good at this, oh my God, you have a talent for this, there must be something.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm telling you right now that you're fucking good at this shit. So stay consistent again. I'll give you my camera if you need it. How do you plan on balancing that out with your job? Because it's a full-time job you have, right?
Part-time.
Oh, it's a part-time job?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So then that means that gives you more time on your plate to then actually focus on your passion, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. When do you plan on getting back into music?
I mean, it's just starting off with small steps, man. But I guess, you know, you could always, I guess the saying is you could always start today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good, man. So what are your top 3 areas of improvement or focus right now? What is it that what's your main takeaway from this podcast, or something that you're gonna go away and work on from now on? Because I want this to be like the turning point for you and for me as well.
I think the main one that everyone, because you're not the only one that said this, everyone said, Leon, you've been a bit quiet, man. Where's the music? Where's the music?
Right.
So I say that is a big one for me.
Okay.
That's something I want to just attack.
So you have to promise me you're going to get back into music from this podcast.
Oh, I shook hands, so it has to be a must, isn't it?
All right, it has to be a must. There you go. So Leon is now going to start composing rap again. Great. Any other thing that you're going to start doing?
Ooh, let's see. This is... I want to say dating, but then at the same time, I don't want to put too much pressure on the dating thing.
Why is that?
I believe if you put yourself out there and look, and if you put yourself out there and say, I want a girlfriend, you may not find the right person, but I believe these things happen organically.
Don't like push it, isn't it? Don't be desperate for a girlfriend.
What's the code I tell you about love?
Well,
That it is like a fart.
Ah,
Oh,
yeah. He always says, Well, he has a quote for pretty much everything, but this you can apply to love as well. If you force a fart, it's going to be shit. So,
Oh, God,
yeah,
man.
that's true. Don't force it. Let it organically come to you. But then in order for it to organically come to you, you have to put yourself out there, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. So, music, you're going to get back into dating, finding the right person.
Yeah.
What's the last one?
I say fitness, man. I've got to lose this big belly, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not a good look.
Yeah, you've been through a lot of personal setbacks recently, so I think it's time to get back into your fitness and take charge of your physique, isn't it?
100%, man.
Yeah.
I think with fitness as well, it links to your mental health. I've heard that quite a bit.
For sure. Helps you build that confidence, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the more you hit the gym, the more you realize that you're not as weak as you thought you were. And that, well, one of the things I'm focusing on nowadays is the phase that I'm entering in my life is confidence. So it's like I'm realizing certain things about confidence and they're helping me become more confident subsequently. So
Yep.
it's like there is no such thing as confidence. It's not something you build. It's rather the elimination of all your fears, all your insecurities, right? Your self-doubt, your anxiety. And the more you peel those layers away, the more you realize that, hold on, confidence was already there in you. You know, it's like carving a statue out of a block of stone. The masterpiece is actually already there.
Yeah.
But all you have to do is remove the excess stone. And I think that's how I'm seeing confidence as recently. So I'm trying to hit the gym as much as I can. I've done a really good job recently. I've been consistent since last year, December. I've been going at least 3 times a week.
That's good, man.
Yeah. And one of my other challenges is to stay consistent with building this brand. So I want to be able to upload content consistently.
That's good, bro.
Yeah, and then overall focused on my lifestyle and my brand. So that's the challenge I'm having. But yeah, for sure, man. Fitness, get back into it. Because it's only going to help you become a better version of yourself.
Yeah, I agree with that. Fitness is, I think, key.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's. I feel like if you're someone who's lost in your life and you don't really know what to do, just get a gym membership and build your body up, because even though it might not link to your purpose or whatever, it's gonna make your life a little better.
Yeah.
I think it just will. So that's that, man. I think we should wrap it up now. But before we wrap it up, I want to ask you one last question.
All right.
Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. So, if you could sit down and have dinner with 3 people
Ooh,
who are either alive or dead, who would they be and why?
Who would it be? All right.
Let's go.
I would say Malcolm X.
Okay.
Very powerful character. He did a lot, you know, more than a lot. He did so much for black people.
Okay. Yeah.
And, you know, for people, those type of characters, I'd also like to add Malcolm X and Martin Luther King.
Oh yeah. Okay. Why Martin Luther King?
Similar reasons to Malcolm X, man. He put himself out there. And I think during that time period where you could be killed for having an opinion or a view, going against the system, I don't think there's many people that could do that these days.
Right. He had bravery, and he stood up and went against the norm.
Went against the norm. You went against the norm when people were being hanged, lynched, burned, shot. And just to have your own opinion and to stand up for that, that's probably
Admirable.
Admirable,
Yeah.
brave, commendable.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow.
Favors the bold.
Fortune favors the bold. Yeah, absolutely.
And even though those people have been killed, look what's happened. They've created a movement. They've created so much change. And you could say America is probably, I wouldn't say it's perfect, but no country is perfect. But in terms of the change they've done for black people, it made big, massive steps.
Yeah, I think those Martin Luther King and his followers were determined to make this change, and I think they succeeded at it, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Who's another person you would?
Marcus Garvey.
Oh yeah, who's that?
Also very powerful in the black movement.
Oh, okay.
He's Jamaican.
Oh yeah?
So,
Which is where you're going, when?
well, I don't want to give too much away in case
Okay.
people. But no, he did so much for black people as well, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're all for this sort of black people movement, people that stood up for your people.
Yeah, I mean, you could even also, I mean, I know it's not really, I know it's a fourth person, you could say Muhammad Ali, but people that had an idea, a dream, a vision of how they see the world, and weren't afraid of the consequences, I think those are people that you can only aspire to be like.
I think I completely agree with you. There's a lot to learn from history, and these people can teach you a lot. So, to wrap this up, thank you very much for coming.
Yes.
Thank you for doing this. I appreciate you for taking the time to document or to share your lifestyle and your thoughts. And